Hey guys, so today is a lovely Saturday, not too hot, a little bit overcast. I borrowed the welder from my dad and got the angle grinder as well. I've got a few metal projects that I've wanted to tackle over the last week or so, and I've kind of been piling them up for this weekend to get them all done in one day. So the first one that I want to get done is these two little chairs. You can see they're quite badly rusted. The underside has got these little slots. So the top is actually just these little sheet crosses. It's just a top, so I'm actually thinking of replacing that with a nice little timber bench. My dad, being my dad, said I can use the welder if I help him weld one of his implements. It's for his wood chipper at home. We re-weld that on for him.
From previous projects, I store all useful pieces of steel in this box.
We've got some old square bar, oh no, this is round bar in a square. A few little straight bar pieces. Also some flat bar, got some mesh.
This round bar was perfect to replace the rusted pieces on the backrest, but first I needed to cut away the old seats.
There's the first chair done. For this piece, you can see this thing swivels, so you need to just take care of the little split pins. But basically I just want to take the yellow paint off just to create a good welding surface also along here. So now that I prepped the surfaces here to weld, this is basically ready for welding. To get the chairs ready for welding, I need to just prep this little area over here, the sides, just where I'm going to do the welding.
As well as this piece from earlier.
You can kind of see they are uneven. What I'm thinking of doing is putting the steel rod basically behind this.
Now that the welding prep work was done, it was time to weld in the bar.
So the most important thing is to ensure that the height from here to where this is, and height from there to there, is the same.
This would make sure that it was level. It was quite tricky with these chairs because they weren't 100% square and straight. But eventually I got something that worked, clamped it down with two little wooden blocks, and it was time to set up the welder.
Welding helmet on. I'm going to try and tack this side first. Tack there, then we can tack this side. Yeah. So I just got back from Buco. Got a few little goodies and thingies. Also got a pie. For those of you that know me, I love my pies. Got just a few things I got from Buco. I got some gloves. I got some NS4 paint. My dad's saying I someone bought just a can of yellow spray paint just to make it look nice again. Got some more cutting blades and a grinder blade. I got these just conjugate like brackets, and I also got dowels, which was like 10 rand or something. Nicely, so yeah, that was my little Buco haul. I got baby the grinder, the grinder came. So we're gonna do a switch on that. Just drop the tool in, knock it. Take that off. Then I bought need that little back part. That back part goes on there. Move it that way. Drop that in, fasten that nicely. We've got a new grinding blade on. So I just finished up just rough grinding. I don't think it's necessary to go like super fine on this. So yeah, next I think I'm gonna just paint it with a primer, just hit all the rust spots. Just some ASMR. How good does that sound? So I just traced out the stool here. So there's enough wood for 2 of my bases. Last thing for the day was to spray down the yellow part, pack up the garage and call it a night.
Battery's dead.
It just died.
The next day, using the belt sander, I got most of the seat material flat. This did, however, reveal some gaps that needed to be filled.
Collected some of the sawdust. You fill it with wood glue.
Work it into the cracks, let it dry nicely before sanding it again.
So I put these tops on the chairs and I just made the trace from the bottom. You can see there's the curve, see the curve there and the line. So I had to trace that line onto the top. So I just drew lines across, went down the other side and made on the top. I don't know if you can see there. Like pink lines where to go. Made a guide and then just put the straight edge up to it just so that I can cut the straight lines. And then the radiuses I'm going to just take a basically sanding block and just sand it so that it's a round edge and match it to the chair. But just to cut these 3 lines, just going to quickly do that on the jigsaw. So yeah, let's get into it. I've cut these down now and stuff, and I've just waited for weather and load sheddings and stuff to play along. So I just marked the corners. Gonna use the belt sander, it's over here, belt sander, to just sand around those edges. And there we go. I don't know if you can see how nicely that turned out. It worked very well. Okay, so there we've got both sanded down really nicely to 220 grit. What I did is also on this one at the bottom, I just sanded a piece off there that you can see, just to test the finish, because the finish I'm going to be using. So this is just a matte sealer. I kind of like the way this finishes over the glass. So mix this with a little bit of some teak stain, make a new little mixture with maybe like 1 or 2 drops of this. What it does is it kind of gives us more of like a golden look that's better than this white of the pine. So yeah, let's get into it. Just before I show you guys how these chairs turned out, I just wanted to say a big thank you for making it this far into this video. I really do appreciate it. If you have any other projects lying around that need restoration, please let me know in the comments down below and maybe we can organize a future collab. Anyways, this is how the chairs turned out. That's not the best welds, but you can see just with quick welding. My dad always joked it looks like 4 kakkies. Wow, they stack. Hey-oh. Nice and strong everywhere. Nice back.